In this session, we will try to design this inner part. First, I have designed it. And since this bar applies to the entire area, I change the width to 100. The background color is set to white. And if you zoom in here, you'll notice a gray line. To implement this part, I set the border bottom color to light gray and the bottom width to 1. Next, I unified the font size with this section and set it to 24. Then, for the font weight, I found 700 to be slightly too large. So I decided on 600. Looking at it again, the overall view is like this. And by giving the display flex a center, the text and text input are positioned in the center. Now, when it is not focused, it looks like this, but when it is focused, we need to change this part to blue. Let's implement that part. First, we provide a placeholder for the phone number like this. And then there are two functions in the text input: onFocus and onEnd editing. OnFocus is a callback function that executes when it gains focus, and console.log. Hello is logged every time it is focused. Next, the indebted means that when the focus is released, the callback function associated with indebted will be executed. As you can see, when it points here, and you click here, the buy appears, followed by hello. To see it more accurately, let's comment out this part. And this is how buy currently appears in the console. So what we're going to do is when it gets focused, first, there's a light gray. So let's change. The state value to light gray. Using useState, and then let's insert it here. Next, let's change it to blue when it gets focused. Then it will change like this. We will use this code, which is the brand color of TOS, instead of blue. However, the problem is that if I do it this way, it won't change to gray. Even if I escape, I will copy this part and change it back to light view. I will copy this part and change it back to light view. But the issue right now is that all 4 of these texts are the same, so they can't be released. Then, if I change this part and do it like this, it can be released. The reason this is happening now is that when you do this in this state, after saving, if you do this again, the end editing will execute once, and then on Pascuas will execute immediately, which is why it changes to gray, and then returns to the original color, resulting in no change. So, if we briefly handle the part where it returns to the original color, it will trigger on end editing, and you can see it returning to the original color. So far, I've tried the inner design, and I will return next time.